This morning, the gavel dropped on the 2022 Missouri legislative session. Republicans once again with a large majority in both the House and Senate, but not the supermajority they've had in the past. There will be a GOP-driven debate on abortion as well as critical race theory teaching in schools, along with a wide range of other topics. The coronavirus surge and it being an election year have added to an already full plate for state lawmakers in this 2022 legislative session. At the top of their to-do list will be drawing new legislative districts. In other states, the process has been contentious between Republicans and Democrats, and Missouri has already missed one deadline. They've set a new one for January 23rd.
Tried to find some agreement there as to how the congressional districts should look after the 2020 census. That will take some time and effort and a lot of wrangling, let's say.
Senator Dan Hegeman of Cosby will be the chair of the powerful Appropriations Committee. He'll have a big say in how state money is spent this year. And while most years the budget is tight, this year the state has a nearly $3 billion surplus, thanks to federal COVID relief funding.
It'll be somewhere upwards of a $35 billion budget this year. And so that'll consume much of my time, seeing that our area is taken care of in that regard, and that the citizens of the state of Missouri are taken care of.
State Senator Tony Luetkemeyer of Platte City also looking at how that federal COVID money should be spent.
There will be, disagreements within the House and Senate as to how those funds should be spent. My view is that we should be spending those dollars on one-time long-term projects, whether that's, building a bridge, whether that's some other type of infrastructure project.
Luetkemeyer is sponsoring a bill related to election security that would require voters to show a valid photo ID before casting a ballot.
We do a whole host of different things in society that require us to show a photo ID, whether that is, cashing a check at a bank, whether that's getting on an airplane. The notion that something that's important as voting and literally choosing the leader of the free world, that somebody doesn't have to prove on election day that they are who they say they are, is a big problem with our election process.
And another bill Luetkemeyer filed relates to the shooting of K9 Max in St. Joseph last summer.
What my bill very simply does is it makes it a heightened penalty, a felony offense to kill a law enforcement animal in the line of duty. And again, we named it after Max in honor of his heroic service to the St. Joseph Police Department.
Several lawmakers have tested positive for COVID and were not in attendance today for the opening of the session. There is no mask policy inside the state capitol.